So it's been roughly a week since Trek announced their updated Domane AL is the Gen 4. Now you may remember my review on the Trek Domane AL2. This was the Gen 3. Pretty cool bike, especially pretty cool frame that you can upgrade the components on if you want to upgrade the bike in general. Now what's up with the Gen 4? We have, of course, the alloy frame, carbon fiber fork. We have 38mm tire clearance, the short reach and high stack type of frame, and a newly updated flared handlebar. Now in case you don't know, I'm actually an original Domane owner because I owned one of the Gen 1 Domanes, the carbon fiber frame with the ISO-speed decoupler. That was at a point when Domane AL wasn't even a thing because they wanted to make it more affordable, of course. And now at that price point, it's a pretty cool bike. And with the features that it has, it's really the perfect commuter, bike packing, even gravel bike. It's maybe not your performance bike because the geometry is not as aggressive and the frame is aluminum and the bike is generally heavier. And it also comes with a lower spec group set, so it won't be as fast and reactive as the higher end group sets. But in my opinion, this is a really cool bike, especially the 38mm tire clearance is amazing. You can basically make this a light gravel bike. You can put such wide tires in it. What you also have is the top tube bolt-on option, which is pretty cool for a top tube bag and makes a pretty clean, sleek look. Furthermore, we have the 27.2 round seat post. That's great because that's one less proprietary component, and if you choose to replace it or if you damage it or anything like that, it's really simple and easy to replace because 27.2 is such a widely and often used diameter for seat posts. The traditional stem and handlebar are of course really great because you can adjust it the way you want. If you happen to do a bike fitting, it will be easy to adjust without needing to replace a stem or handlebar that quick because it is fixed like a one-piece cockpit, and it will of course be cheaper. The flared handlebar also is great. This adds to the characteristics of a gravel bike. You have more control, you have nice wrist clearance, and flared handlebars are just a really trendy thing, so that's pretty cool. Now what's new at the Gen 4 is of course cable routing, as you may have seen. Cables now go through the top cap into the head tube and down the down tube, and only in the back are they again externally routed, which is cool of course. You can easily access it and clean and lube and service it. The routing through the headset bearings is of course more problematic. At this price point, a bike you may not want to spend as much for a service, and if you need to service your headset or replace the bearings, this will be pretty costly because you need to remove all of the cables, including the shifting and the braking cables, which are hydraulic and mechanical. What you may want to do of course is when you service the headset, maybe you also want to replace your shifting cables so they get serviced as well. I just don't know if a Domane AL customer is ready to spend as much for a service. And also this just follows the trend. It's not practical at all, and if you have seen the Gen 3, they have still cable routing, internally routed cables of course, which is clean, but they enter in the down tube and not in the headset top cap, which is not a huge difference. Of course it makes a clean cockpit, and of course you can put a handlebar bag more easily without distracting or possibly damaging any cables. However, at this price point, I personally can't really support those integrated internally routed cables. But in the end, in my opinion, it's a bike to keep. It's extremely versatile, and this is something where Trek really has done some great marketing in my opinion. They really market it as versatile bike, which it is in my opinion. Thanks for checking out this first impression video of the Trek Domane AL Gen 4. If you have any more questions or maybe you have some additional infos about this bike, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.